Hi everybody, welcome back to Sid's Modded Life, Season 2, Episode 109 with me, Sid, and after our little fiasco last episode, I'm back here in Mission Control, and you probably noticed I am not wearing any armour, and that is because it's gone. My normal armour is here, but my space armour has vanished. And, yeah, why has it vanished? Well, let me take you on a story, a little journey. So I started hunting around in the configs for Galaxy Space and Galactic Craft, and I found an entry in Galaxy Space that said pressure death, or hardcore pressure, or some such thing. And sure enough, turning that off means that when your armour breaks on Venus, you don't instantly die, which is what happened before. However, the Galaxy Space armour still decayed very rapidly on Venus. I should probably just get off of this. Are you sitting comfortably? Then I shall begin. Oh wow! Oh, hang on. No, I thought that. Yeah. So I did a little bit of digging around, and I kind of got to the point where I thought, you know what? Galaxy Space is poo. All of my problems are because of Galaxy Space. Now there is a fix. There's a new version of Galaxy Space which apparently works. I can't get it bloody working. So I then went back to base principles. So what I did is I took my mod pack and my save, and I made a duplicate copy, and then I took out Galaxy Space, all of it, bang, gone, and booted up, and sure enough it worked. Now obviously we suddenly lost the Galaxy Space armor, and we lost some of the little machines and the construction thing and stuff, but yeah, I'll live. Anyway, I then went on and said, well, what's next? And I thought, what about extra planets? Let's try extra planets again. So I've installed, and I have now got working extra planets. And surprisingly, the asteroid belt is now a tier 3 location again. Who knew? Clearly anybody except me. Excuse me for a second. There's a hi. Just deal with that. We don't want we don't want any of that. So we are now sat here with the Galaxy. If we look at Galaxy at Galactic Craft, we obviously have the usual bits and pieces from Galactic Craft. Thermal stuff, rockets, the kind of things you expect. But if we look at extra planets, if we can get there, we also have got a tier 1 spacesuit helmet, which has got 3, 6, 8 and 3 on the spacesuit boots, and they're chargeable and they do all the things. This is pretty much what we had before. We are going to need to make some more stuff. That's fine, I'll live with that. There's a tier 2 stuff which that requires titanium, which we haven't got yet, and then when we need a tier 1 unprepared spacesuit helmet and all yada yada, all that good stuff. So that's fine, and tier 3, and then there's batteries and all sorts of fun, nice things, including some really big electric rockets. They look brilliant. Mars rovers, Venus rover, Mars rover again, because it's the same thing. There's all this good, interesting, fun stuff. Different thermal layers. So tier 3 required for Mercury, tier 4 required for Jupiter and Saturn, tier 5 required for Uranus and all the other stuff. No jokes, please. However, this looks a lot more hopeful. So now we can go to the asteroid belt, but not until we got a spacesuit, because we'll die. Because radiation is still a thing. So I need to do the stuff where I make let me get some spacesuity things. We need to make one of them, thank you, and we need to make one of them, thank you very much, and we need to make one of them. That's good. And we need to make one of them, which is also good. And then we're going to take this, we're going to use that. So we need, for each of these, we need 3 of these tier 1 pressure layers, 3 tier 1 radiation layers, and 3 tier 1 armor layers. Now that is aluminium times 4. So let me grab some aluminium. Oh, I have turned on cheaper recipes, so that will make 64 ingots. So you use one plate per ingot rather than 2 plate. I think that's or easier anyway. It's definitely, I've turned on whatever it was that made it easy. So I'll just run these through. That's relatively straightforward. I just need this to run 4 times. That doesn't take long at all. So we'll just hang around for that. So yeah, it has been a bit of a journey trying to get this planetary stuff working. And I think in hindsight, I would probably be very cautious about using any of the Galacticraft stable of mods. I think they are, to some degree or another, not brilliantly stable. And that's no criticism, you know. I'm not going to sit there and say I could do better, because I couldn't. And yeah, wool cloth? No, come on. Wool cloth, come on, show me how to make wool cloth. No, that's not wool cloth. Hang on, let's try that again. Radiation layer, I need 369, 18, 27, 36 of those, and I haven't got enough of that. Okay, string. Bang, now I have. So that's 8, that's 24. That's 32. That should be enough, I think. Yeah. And then we'll take those, and we want the radiation suit layers. Hang on, recipe use, that's really there. Bang, make those. Do that and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. That's all the easy stuff. Now we've got a load of these, and I need to make lots of oxygen concentrators again, which is a pain because I've made so many of these. I actually made this spacesuit before, and I could cheat it in, but I'm not going to, because I'm kind of had enough of fixing things by going creative. I need to step away from that for a while. Okay, so we need 9 of those, so I need 18 of these, so I need 18 tin canisters. Okay, hang on. Thought that was how you made a tin canister. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's changed. Intriguing. Not vastly intriguing, but tin, not aluminium. Duh. And I needed 18. 3, 6, 9, 12. I need 12. I've lost track now. Let me just work these out and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, we're getting there. So wool cloth, I need more of that. So, and that is that one. Let's just do some of those, and then we take those and do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It really doesn't matter actually. I just do that, don't I? I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then we're out of wool cloth again. Boop, bang, just do the lot. 1, 1, and that. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Perfect. So I think armed with that, we should be good. Oops. To make our tier 1 spacesuit again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now the recipe for that is fairly straightforward. I'm just going to very quickly fly over here. I want to try and check something out here, because this thing is quite painful to make, and the uses for that is enchanting. That's all we can do with it. Now we could enchant it, I probably will do actually, seeing as that's all the armour we have now. Here is a question. If I take that apart, will I get all of the components back? I do. Excellent. Okay. So that means that in theory I can start pulling these things back apart. Users, bang, thank you. And it is wirelessly charging, which is great. Means I don't have to faff around. Now if I go in and do this, am I going to be okay? Looks fine. The armor is actually pretty good, but that's partially because I'm kind of wearing extra effects, shall we say. Yeah, my natural armor is quite good, but that doesn't mean that we can't go and whack a few levels of enchantment on it. What I may do is just try one, and then if it really looks like it's not going to work, we will take the enchantment, because if you recall, we had a slight issue. Hello, pow. We did have a slight issue with oh, you swine. That's right, push him out. Will you just stay put? Thank you. Die. Anybody else? Nobody immediately close by, so we'll head over to the Alexandria, or at least Alexandria Mark 1 if I do decide to go ahead with my threat to make Alexandria Mark 2. And let's see. What have we got? Mending. Infinity, power, unbreaking. Let's just try. Remembering how this thing works. Right, let's take the helmet. We'll put the helmet in here with unbreaking. Doesn't like it. Interesting. And doesn't like that either. Blast protection. Unbreaking. Apparently that should be possible. Alright. Used to fully stop pressure damage and slow down the rate of radiation, but doesn't seem to like that. Okay. Let's try... Is that all the protection books I've got? That's surprising. I mean, I'm guessing maybe it doesn't have durability, maybe it just has power. So if we do... No, it is definitely not having it. Alright, well that kind of throws that into the works. It kind of simplifies things as well, but right, so what we need now is we're going to head to the asteroids, but before we head to the asteroids we're going to get another, you guessed it, celestial portal hoover thingy, and maybe some light sources as well actually, because that would be, oh, I've got light, that's not a problem. That would be handy. Maybe some doors would be good, perhaps. Yeah, doors would be good. Let me go and get a celestial hoover what's-a-majig together, and I'll be back in a mo. You know, I never get bored of this build. Whenever I'm here waiting for the sun to go down so I can actually do some starlight infusion or whatever, I just have to look at this and go, you know what? I actually really think this, but I pulled this one off. I think I pulled quite a few builds off, but I think this one, this is probably going to have to go up there amongst my favourite builds. So yeah, but we should hopefully have enough starlight. Oh, don't miss that noise. Thank you. To make that. And armed with that, we should have everything we need bar one thing, which I realised at the very last minute. I'm not wearing any thermal protection, and that is going to be a problem. Asteroids. There we go. Right. So, armed with all of that, we have everything we need to get back. However, we still have one last thing to... Where's my witch hut? Because obviously I can't see that from there for some reason. Must just be below the horizon or something. Anyway, we need... I'm going to make this over in the space building just because it seems appropriate to do it in mission control. There's no reason other than that it seems appropriate. Okay, right. Let me have a look. How much dash ingot have I got? I've got some dash ingot. How much dash plate? I've got compressed dash. Good. So, we've got that. Sorry, we've got that isothermal helmet 1. We haven't got isothermal fabric 2. However, it occurs to me we will actually go. So we've got you. Now this uses that, which is made like that. That's not a problem. We've got plenty of wool and stuff, but why waste resource when we've got pretty much most of what we need? It doesn't mean that you just get wasteful. So we should be able to disassemble this in here, along with that, that and that. And that will give us a whole load of those, which that's as far as we need to go back in terms of disassembling them. But if we look at thermal cloth now, we're getting some of that in, and we've got isothermal fabric, so we've got that as well. We can actually make that one. This one, thermal tier 3, is actually made with that, so we could take that lot apart. That should be 20 whatever it is. I'm going to take this lot apart as well. We'll disassemble it. I'm beginning to think maybe what I should do is put a uncrafting grinder in the front where I can get to things. Because, you know, now I don't need the tier 3 for the asteroids, I don't believe. I need tier 3 for Mercury when we go there. But, you know, it wouldn't hurt to get the tier 3. So let's have a look what we got in thermal. So we've got 31 of those so far, and we should be hopefully... Yeah, there's a bit more. A bit more. So, thermal. If I want to make that, I want to make some of those. I need how much? 5 of those. I need 24 of those, don't I? I haven't got 24 compressed dash here. That's the first problem. But I have got quite a lot of dash ingots. So yeah, I'm going to quickly sleep. I'm going to go and make those over at the thing. So I'm going to need 24 plus 4, 28 dash compressed dash, and yeah, let's get this show on the road, and then we can get off up to the asteroids and get established up there and see what all this fuss is about that I wanted to do so badly last time. Who's over there? Skeletron. Wow, that was a bad shot. Oh, there's one. I knew that. You can see him on the map. No, not quite. Anybody else want a piece? Huh? Huh? Thought not. Right, let me get on with this because I'm gonna procrastinate all day if I don't. So I said 28, didn't I? So that's going to be another 13. 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. Let's just do that much, I think. And we'll put those in. Oh, hang on. It's just doing them straight off. I don't need to do... Well, I'll do it anyway. Right. Let's put that lot away. And let's go back into the thermal. And make those 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we can make that, and then again we need 8 of those. 1, 2. I don't know why they don't stack. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then we can make those. Are we... Oh no, there's still some more coming through. Good. Let's make 7 of those. That's not what I wanted. No, damn it. Right. This is cheap though, to be fair. We can make that all day. There you go, there's another 64. We're good. Right, we'll stick that away. We'll dispose of that later. Let's make 7. Oh, I see, yeah. One. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And that will be 1 of those, and then 4 of those. 1, 2, 3, 4, and bang, 4 of those. So, armed with all of this, we've got our thermal. Do I need that? Question. Oh god, I don't know. I don't know the answer now. I'm kind of panicking because do I need that or do I need coal? Because surely mercury would be hot. But then again, it's all based off thermal cloth. I'm going to take my chances with that. Am I? I'm going to actually. Sorry, I'm really phobic here, but I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Make me 24 of those. Ooh, what am I out of? Out of that. 3, 4. Maybe. 1, 2. And I want to then make that, followed by that, followed by that. I've just done this once too many where I've gone to something and gone, I'm dying, why am I dying, what is going on? And I don't want that to happen again. However, I do want to head up into the great blue beyond, well, the great yonder, head out to the asteroid belt and see what trouble we can get up to, basically. Tier 3 rocket, all fueled. There is a chance, a very minor chance, that we may get a crash when we move to the selection menu. It's a bit of a pain, but I will live with it if it is there. Fueled, go. And we're off to the asteroid belt. I'll see you when we're in orbit. Alright, we're here. We didn't crash. All good. So, just with extra planets, just so you can see what's going on here, we've got all of the usual, the Saturn, Neptune, gonna guess that is Pluto, is it? Yeah. You can't really read it very well. We've got the Kuiper belt, I'm terrible with words. Eris, Make, I don't know what that is. Planet. What is his name? Make. Okay. So if that's make, what's that? That's the belt. So that is Halmia. I think these are made up because I'm fairly sure. Well, they might not be made up. They might be genuine bodies that we think or suspect are further out in the orbits, but I don't know about them. And then you can actually go out and we can go to Proxima Centauri, where in Proxima Centauri there's Epsilon, Solara, there's Tatooine, Crate, Hoth, and Aqua. So I don't know why, but I think somebody might have borrowed those names from somewhere. And if we can go to Whirlpool. There's a couple of places there, a few places there I should say, and Black Eye have got some more places which I have to say some of these names just look like someone just took the Scrabble board out and threw them down. But we're going back to the Milky Way. We are going to the asteroids. It's day length is 0 hours, gravity blah blah blah, has dungeons false, meteor frequency 10, wind level, temperature minus 1.5 C. That's actually not that bad. I'm surprised I was panicked. Radiation level 6%, pressure level 100. Launch. Taking one giant leap, we are going to mine asteroids. Now, asteroids are quite heavily populated by things that want to kill me. I need to go in there and get that, and we'll put you on there. Ow! And we need to stop these. I need to get into a proper view. Come here. Yeah. So the asteroids are quite mob heavy. I think that's probably a fair description. I'm wondering whether we'd be better off with something a little more. However, we're not dying, which is good. Oops. Get me stuff back. What do we get? Me rocket, me pad. Yeah, that's fine. We'll live with that. Right, what have we got? Have we got anybody else wanting to play? No, I think this is going to be the base asteroid that we live off of. Oh no, it's all right. I've got. Oh, okay, and we've got extra things going on here as well. So the question is, how deep do we go into this asteroid? And maybe what I should do is block the top off temporarily. Obviously I've got night vision so we can see fine, but I need to find this asteroid and basically make it my home for teleportation purposes. We didn't bring a door with us, which was stupid, but we can fix that once we can teleport home. And yeah, so I'm getting some radiation though. That is an issue. We're going to have to be aware of that. There is a potion I think to do with this though as well, so we have a radiation meter at the side, which is really handy. I think down to about this depth may be adequate. And we'll see what we have to do about this radiation in a bit. The better the suit, the better the hoofer. So we need to go here, and then we're going to go 1 2 1 2 and 1 2 1 2. So let me get this in place and I shall be right back with you. Asteroid rock, all sorts of good stuff going on here, and yeah, I'll be back in a bit. All right, we've done what we needed to do. We've got out to the asteroid belt. Game over. Let's play something. No, you haven't. You're a bad boy. You missed bits there. And there. Sorry, it'll bug me if I don't do that. So we've got the moon, we've got the end, Olympus, Mars, Venus, not going there again for a while, Leo, home, Witch Hut, and so on and so forth. We're going to jump home briefly, because I'm a little bit concerned. That radiation is slowly gaining on me. It's not going up fast, but it is going up. Consequently, I want a couple of things. I want... Oh, I would have liked to fly, but I didn't, so there you go. I would like a door for our... Let me just get rid of the asteroid rock. That and that. I suppose we should also put away properly. And that can go away. Keep hold of that, keep hold of that. So, door. Door to door. Steel door? No. I like a factory door. That's what I want. I want one of them Oh, would I prefer an iron glass door? Ooh, I'm tempted. I'm going to go with an iron glass door. And some pressure plates of some description. I'd like an obsidian pressure plate. And a stone pressure plate. Reason will become clear hopefully soon. Now, what I'm interested in is radiation. I'm fairly certain there is supposed to be anti-rad radiation levels by 50%. So, right, so compressed magnesium, it's not a potion, it's actually a medicine thing. We can also make a Geiger counter, or, oh no, we get that from the Mercury Dungeon, okay. Basic decontamination unit, ionized salt, liquid crystallized water bucket. We're way off that. So we are kind of reliant on this, I think, which is magnesium, which we get from where? Saturn. Damn it. We're going to have to live with the radiation, basically. I don't think there's anything we can do much about it then. Intriguing. Of course, once we've got tier 2, once we've got tier 3, tier 2 spacesuit, which is used in the tier 2 unprepared, which uses titanium. Titanium we get from ilmenite ore, and ilmenite ore, believe it or not, you get from the asteroid belt. Right, so first things first, I'm just going to go and put my rocket back at the top there, just to keep this thing looking like a rocket, rather than a rather elaborate model of a rocket to launch a rocket off, which of course is what it is. And then we're going to go back to the asteroid belt, and we are going to go and have a little look around. It's going to be hostile, because as you can see, as you've already probably noticed, actually there is a thought, but yeah, that's a... yeah. Oh, damn it. Sorry. There is an idea. Let's go for a megatorch. I mean, it's not like we can't use that on our own, just on the landing asteroid, really. We don't need it anywhere else. Right, next question. Can we see the asteroids from up here? Leo, Venus, Mars, the end. Asteroids, off we go back. So, still a little bit hostile here. I'm just going to very quickly pop that in there, pop that in there, pop that back, and then here, oh, and then head out. Deal with that. There is one more. There you go, critter. Gotcha. We can turn that off because I'm not really not worried about that. What we're going to do, just to be on the safe side though, is we are going to have a door here. We're going to have an obsidian pressure plate here, and we're going to have a stone pressure plate here. And then we are going to put in a waypoint new for, and I'll just call it portal. I know portal isn't technically speaking the correct phrase, but you know, you are not supposed to be able to spawn out here, my friend. Something's dropping redstone as well, interestingly. Right, so we've got asteroids. We've got many different kinds of asteroids, and we have got creative flight, which I think is going to be absolutely crucial. And we're going to try and tunnel straight into the middle of this asteroid here, just because. And if we do it from this, there's highly unlikely. Now there's highly unlikely to be anything that can get to me. So in theory, these asteroids have got minerals in the middle of them. In theory. Now I don't know whether they all have minerals in the middle of them, or whether just some of them have minerals in the middle of them. But clearly, this one appears not to have minerals in the middle of it. I don't know whether there's a way to spot these, but I don't think that's one of them. Let's see what else we can see then. So that seems to be as respawn free now. I don't know where that creeper came from, because I'm not seeing any spawns on there anymore. And I don't know whether there's any difference in the types of the asteroid. I mean, well, let's head over there so I can, in fact, I'd like to, let me just get a screenshot while we're up here, because I always forget that. Let's head over to this ice asteroid. We're consuming radiation slowly, and that is worrying. That asteroid has got lava in it. Interesting. This is an ice asteroid, and it is hollow. And light doesn't actually seem to stop things spawning down here. Interesting. That is interesting. So how do you... That might be why that creeper spawned then on our asteroid. But anyway, that's the ice asteroids. As far as I'm aware, there's nothing much in them other than, you know, stuff. But what we need to find is this ilmium stuff. I want to do that. Let's try from about here. So I'm just going to basically try a few of these asteroids. So hey, hang on. If I can, get myself in there. Come on. If I can find one, I will come back with some mineral wealth of some description. Yeah, I'll be back in a little while. Aha! Silicon ore. Not the greatest thing in the world, but we have actually found some ore, which is a big plus because it gives me a little bit more faith that we'll find things. I would have preferred titanium, because I'd like to get the tier 3 suit made so I can take less radiation. But you know, we should be okay for a while, I think. Yeah. So yeah, this is pretty much what we got in the various asteroids. A whole variety of minerals, including some meteoric iron, apparently in rare ones anyway. So this is the third asteroid I've checked. Well, fourth if you include the one we landed on. So Wow, what have we got there? We use you to get raw silicon. That's fine, I can live with that. We use it, so it's not like it's a waste getting all of this stuff. And yeah, I'll be back again in a little while. Look what I found in the next asteroid along. Ilmenite. This stuff, apart from being used to make the Orion drive for Galacticraft planets, which is some way off, is used to make titanium. Titanium is used to make tier 4 rocket parts and a tier 2 spacesuit. So I think we should grab as much of this as we can, and then go back and get our spacesuit upgraded. Because I must admit, I'm not keen on the idea of messages that tell me that I'm absorbing radiation. It's you know, there's very few occasions where they go, hey, you've absorbed radiation, which are actually good occasions. It is generally accepted by most people that absorbing radiation is detrimental to your health. So yeah, we are going to get a whole load of this stuff, and then we're going to take it back to Earth, process it, and we'll be good for a little bit more of an exploration up here. Yeah, I'll be back in a mo. Alright, I've got many stacks. 1, 2, 3 and a bit stacks. There's more than I can humanly use there. There's certainly more mobs than we can humanly... Well, no, we can fight them, it's not a problem. I just wanted to have a little fertile around just to see what else we could find out here, because this is... I mean, look at that as well. You know, the odd block just soaring majestically past us. It's quite special in a way. Now, also you'll see out here iron ore. So there are ore particles, gives you kind of clues to what to expect. And I believe, whoa, that was a fast moving one. I believe there are supposed to be structures out there. You go. There's one. Don't know exactly what it was supposed to be, but there is one. What are you actually supposed to be? Come here, you. You look like a badly formed structure, actually. I will, however, take those. Oh, hang on. Before I take those, I do need to clear some inventory. My radiation's going up, I realise that, but you know, we'll take a bit of a hit for this. I'm gonna keep the loot on me and just get rid of some of that. So these are cryo chambers. They're basically Galacticraft beds. So that's a thing. Not sure what's in here. Ooh, screens, telemetry units. I'll have them. Don't know what that was. This stuff just breaks in no time. Oh, we'll have you as well, if I can. Not silk touchable. We won't. Okay, that's fine. I know when I'm not wanted, when my plans are not yours plans. Right, what have we got going on here? That is a NASA workbench. We'll take it. It doesn't hurt. This over here is energy storage clusters. And that is Astro Miner base. Aluminum wire, or aluminium wire as I would call it. How are we doing there? Right, we need to send some more stuff back, don't we? What's my oxygen level like as well? I actually do need to send quite a bit of stuff. Well, those Switchable, okay. And that is a buggy fueling pad. We'll send that back as well. We'll take your energy storage module, and that can go back as well. What did I want to do? I needed to take you out and swap before it's too late. There we go. Right. Armed, dangerous. And over here we have got nothing. And nothing. I don't know why I would want those. Alright, well, that is a structure. It's not a very good structure. I'm sure we can probably find a better one if I hunted around. Let's have a fertile. What are you? Aluminium. Over this way there seems to be a huge cluster of things, and then we're getting back out to some big rocks. I'll take so we're still showing us very low radiation consumed, so I'm not too worried right now. Let me have a little fertile round and I shall be right back with you. Right, I think we found an intact one of those structures, because look, there we go, or an intact something or other, some kind of launch bay, or I don't know, something. What have we got here? Wow, this is infested. And it looks like, sounds like we've got ow! Oi! Rude! Ow! No! Rude! Ah! I think this guy's getting the better of me. Okay. Cargo rocket launch pad. This is what that thing we found should have been, isn't it? I can tell. There's more. Again, it's not fully formed. Nether warts growing there, and then hello. Oh, you're actually not that much of a threat, you. Hello. Right, what we got here then? Stuff. More cryo chambers. We'll have them. Gimme. Gimme. Oop. Yeah, this axe just kind of. So that is. What's that do? Oh, turns those lights on. That turns. I might have those. This is. I'm not. I don't think I'm going to take them this time. These. Look here. We can change them around to various things. Right. Well, this is useful to know it's here. I'm not going to take it with me because inventory space and all. Hi, missed. Let's head back to the portal. I'm going to make that tier 2 spacesuit, and that will hopefully improve our radiation protection, because I am conscious that if that red bar, if you take those two bars on the side next to the oxygen meter, and the blue one is high environmental pressure, which shows a blue line right at the top, and then the red one is very low radiation consumed, and that shows a red bar which is slowly creeping up. I don't like the creeping up bit, so yeah, we're going to head back and just see what we can see about that, and whether we can what we can do about it, if anything, at this stage. But at least at the moment we can upgrade our armor a tier, which will help. Whether it will help much on Venus, I really have no idea, but you know, we've got a lot of titanium, we can process that. I will see you when we get to Earth. Alright, first things first, disassemble your existing spacesuit. That should, in a moment, give us a unprepared space helmet. There you go. Now, a tier 2 unprepared space helmet consists of that with... Hang on, the recipe for that is that with titanium ingots. Bang. A tier 2... I put the titanium in the system already. So that should give us everything we need to make those. Now, to prepare them, we need a tier 2 pressure layer, which needs a tier 1... Oh, God, more of those. I really need to automate the manufacture of these. Because that's going to give us that, which is going to have left shift. The higher the spacesuit tier, the slower radiation will be gained, obviously. I'd love to know what these control installed modules are as well. I haven't seen the word any modules or anything for these. It'd be nice to know what they were. If space... Oh, hello. What do you do? Sorry, I'm just curious. I'm sure they're only a... I'm sure it's only a bow. Module... Frequency module. Single solar module. It doesn't really sound... No fall damage module. Well, we don't take fall damage anyway, so that's hardly pointless. That's presumably to... Yeah, we go... Yeah, okay. Right, well, it seems like I need to go and get this done, so I need to get those done, and we need the radiation layer, which requires those. That's actually not too bad, I don't think. 6 of those. We need more of the wool, though. That's the only thing. Which, of course, requires me to make a couple of stacks of that, maybe, and then we can... do those, maybe a couple of stacks of those, which then allows me to go and make the rest of those. 12. That sounds right. Yeah. The armor modules, we need to put titanium through the thingy, so that's the thing. Let me check how long I've been recording, and while I'm at it, I shall head over to the oh, hang on. Like a chicken trying to fly there. Yeah, I'll get the stuff done. So I need titanium, which we've got plenty of, and we're going to need 4, 8. I'll make these, be back in a mo. Alright, I'm pretty much at time. However, we have still got one last thing to do, and that is make these things, of which I should have enough, which when combined with those will make me a tier 2 spacesuit, which looks identical, appears to have exactly the same thing, but it's got more power, and we haven't got modules, but we should be able to, scare me after death then, be able to survive along in the asteroid belt with the radiation. So that's cool. I think next episode we're going to have a good look around. We're going to raid and pillage for some of those structures, because they can all be deconstructed for components like steel parts and oxygen compressors and things like that. So, but until next time, I'm way over time, coming up on the hour. So until then, thanks for watching, guys. Bye for now.